Clarke, throughout this video, a couple times we've touched on a term, probable cause. I think this is a good time to stop for just a second and let you explain probable cause, or what some people say, probable cause to arrest. Tell us about it.
Well, we discussed early on that the court has to have reasonable suspicion before the officer can pull you over. Because out on the side of the road, that's minimal detention. You've only been detained briefly and they only have to have a lower level. When they actually want to arrest you, they've got to have probable cause. Well, that's a legal term that's more than articulable suspicion, but less than beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
So it's the middle road. It's a hurdle that the state has to get over. The officer has to establish that it's more likely than not that you're impaired before they can arrest you. So typically they're going to look at the driving. The driving can count against you. If you've been weaving a lot, that can add towards probable cause. Although many DWIs, you're pulled over for speeding or you're stopped at a checkpoint or something like that, and the driving doesn't count against you. So the driving can count, but typically what they're going to do is run you through these calisthenics out on the side of the road called field sobriety tests, and try and establish that they've got enough to arrest you.
Clarke, you mentioned field sobriety tests, and I think one of your colleagues is going to go in more in depth about this later, right?
Yes, Mike Fraden and our team has gone through the training put out by NHTSA, which is National Traffic Highway Safety Administration, a whole bunch of initials. But they're the organization that certifies police officers to do these calisthenics.
Okay.
And if they're not done according to an exact standard, they're really not scientifically reliable. So Mr. Fraden's been through the training and can really shed some light on this area.
All right, so then that means coming up in this next segment, we'll hear from Mike Fraden about the different kinds of field sobriety tests.